So Grogu was the best name you could come up with for Baby Yoda? Well, this episode was written by the guy who thought the name Pre Vizsla was a good idea. This is Vader Reviews. We are honored that you would join us. To all of my American soldiers of the Empire, I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving with your families, stuffing yourselves like a hungry hut. What am I thankful for? Aside from the blessings of my wonderful family, the fact that each and every one of you tune in and spread my words across the galaxy. We are also $100 away from raising the credits necessary to replace my damaged Vader suit.
Almost there.
And it is all thanks to the generosity of heroes of the Empire like Snowtrooper Captain Noah Dingley, and I'm just happy to be a Stormtrooper Adam Jordan. If you're new to the channel, join the Empire today by subscribing, and together we will rule the internet. And since the season of giving is upon us once again, if you have enjoyed our content, please donate to our PayPal today.
Can't make the scene if you don't have the green.
Franklin, Grant, and Jackson.
Think of it as a Sith Miss present for everyone's favorite Darksider. And if you're on the fence about donating, just take a tip from my old master and
Do it.
Looks like this week's episode of The Mandalorian was lucky 13. And since the old interwebs is all in a tizzy over it, it bears discussion. Now, if you've been with us for any amount of time, you know my feelings towards the character of Ahsoka Tano. So while most Star Wars fans were elated over her triumphant return, my personal response was more in the line of, "Oh, goody." But my own feelings aside, it did warm my old cyborg heart, seeing how happy it made fans that grew up with the Clone Wars series to see her in live action at last. While she did look like she was wearing squishy foam cosplay horns that were much too small, by the way, I will admit, Ahsoka was pretty wizard in this episode, particularly her introduction scene, taking out all those troops in the woods like Rambo. The brooding look of the planet reminded me of a bombed-out forest during World War I, which was fitting since the troopers wore old-fashioned gas masks. The air even looked like it was filled with chemical weapons like mustard gas, which gave the planet a harsh and foreboding feeling. Seeing Snips employ some ninja tactics, turning her sabers on and off, attacking her opponents, and vanishing into the mist without a trace, added a touch of mystery to the action that I enjoyed. She seemed to be following Master Splinter's advice.
You must strike hard and fade away without a trace.
Which is ironic considering Splinter was based on Master Yoda himself. But speaking of little green force muppets, Baby Yoda officially has a name now, and it's stupid. Gorgo or Gizmo or Gerudo? Oh, Grogu, that's what it is. Sounds like a name of an orc or some kind of barbarian. Grogu the Terrible. And if you thought we got Baby Groot versus Baby Yoda memes before, just wait now that their names are so similar. Oh, and before I forget, seeing Ahsoka double-wielding lightsabers in the opening was not only wizard, I couldn't help but thinking, Disney, please make a Force Unleashed miniseries before Sam Witwer gets much older. The guy is an incredible actor and a massive Star Wars fan. Just imagine seeing him in live action. They could get Ian McDiarmid to return as the Emperor, James Earl Jones back as the voice of Vader, as well as Jimmy Smits to play Bail Organa. It would be amazing. Anyway, back to the show. This chapter was written and directed by Dave Filoni, and it has a few Yojimbo vibes that I really enjoyed. From the small town being held captive by a corrupt magistrate to the cinematography, it has a very Kurosawa-inspired samurai film aesthetic that is always great to see in a galaxy far, far away. The town is controlled by an evil magistrate played by martial artist and stuntwoman Diana Lee Inosato, who not only trained Rosa Salazar for her role as Alita Battle Angel, she was named Black Belt Magazine's Woman of the Year in 2009. Fun fact, her father Dan Inosato was Bruce Lee's training partner and protege.
You ain't the only one with quick hands, are you?
So Little Miss Kingpin here offers Mando a spear of pure Beskar in return for killing Ahsoka, not realizing he has been sent here by Bo-Katan to seek my former Padawan to train little baby Grogu. Turns out little Gumby here was raised at the Jedi Temple and psychically trained by Jedi Masters for years, until he was spirited away during Order 66. And gee whiz, actually getting a coherent explanation for a character's powerful Force abilities. What a novel idea. After Ahsoka tries to get young Grasshopper to take the stone from her hand and play a little game of Force catch, we learn the little guy has too much fear in him from hiding his Force abilities all these years after Order 66. The reason she gave for not training little Guanji is also a powerful one.
I've seen what such feelings can do to a fully trained Jedi Knight. To the best of us.
Since she is clearly referring to me. And anytime you mention me, that's a plus in my book. Because these new characters may be part of Star Wars, but I am Star Wars. So while Snips won't train little baby Grover in the ways of the Force, she tells Mando if he helps her clear out the baddies in town, she'll make sure the child is properly trained. Ahsoka struts into town like Yojimbo and takes care of business, once again, sidelining Mando in his own show, which has been happening a lot this season, frankly. But I get it, lightsabers are cool, and it honestly makes me hope we get some wizard action scenes in the upcoming Obi-Wan series. As the ladies duke it out kung fu style, her right-hand man, Kyle Reese, is terminated in an extremely predictable showdown.
Looks like what we got here is a standoff.
Not really.
One of the things I didn't enjoy about this episode, he was criminally underutilized, and he could have been an interesting character to meet again down the road if they hadn't just killed him off willy-nilly. After the dust settles, Star Wars EU fans collectively crapped their pants and squealed with delight when it turns out Ahsoka is searching for everyone's favorite intergalactic art critic, the Imperial Smurf himself, Grand Admiral Thrawn. The episode ends with another "Sorry Mario, the princess is in another castle" moment, as Ahsoka sends Mando and Godzuki to the ruins of the Jedi Temple on the planet Tython, the birthplace of the Jedi Order, where if he reaches out with the Force, other Jedi who survived Order 66 are said to hear him. And while many consider Dave Filoni to be the keeper of George Lucas's original vision for Star Wars, I have to wonder, did he even listen to what Yoda said in Return of the Jedi?
You, when gone am I, the last of the Jedi will you be?
Way to follow the story there, Chief. Anyway, while the little green youngling reaching out with the Force to contact a Jedi seems to hint at the return of my son, most likely it will just end up being Ezra from Rebels, since he was last seen with Grand Admiral Thrawn. So I'm trying not to get my hopes too high, lest they be subverted once again. On the other hand, if Favreau and his team decide to be totally wizard and mine the classic LucasArts games to bring back Kyle Katarn, I would be...
Giddy as a schoolboy.
I can imagine for fans of Clone Wars, seeing Ahsoka Tano on screen in live action was as thrilling for them as if Dash Rendar appeared on screen for older fans such as myself. And my own personal feelings for the character aside, it was great to see how happy it made so many Star Wars fans to see this character shine. I truly enjoyed Rosario Dawson's portrayal of Ahsoka, and here's hoping the Jedi Knight Baby Grogu contacts will be my son, because it's about time he was treated properly on screen, and I think Favreau would do him justice. Before I go, I'd like to give a quick thank you to my friend at Everything Star Wars for the nice shout out he gave me during his Spider-Man livestream the other day. We need to do a live stream together after the first of the year, once the Christmas rush is over, my friend. May the Force be with you. Again, if you're new to this channel, we are honored that you would join us. You do not yet realize your importance. Join the Empire today by subscribing for weekly videos and share them with your friends and family to spread the Sithmas cheer. For now, I need to go eat some more turkey at Mama Shmee's house because you don't know the power of leftovers.